Correct.
This OTC on UHF, we'll do a comm check on air.
UTC DPI 134.
Discovery CDR on
We
air
need a tarmac as to when that termination occurred.
OTC, I have you loud and clear on air to ground 1. Try to comm check with you on air to ground 2. Discovery OTC, air to ground 2, how do you read?
We got you loud and clear. How do you read Discovery?
Copy that. Discovery, go back to air.
CCSC on 212.
Go ahead, CCSC.
Yeah, that was not a vehicle problem. That was coming back from KFC on the downlink.
I copy.
They're checking into it to determine what the problem was.
And that word that we do not have an orbiter S-band communications problem. That was a downlink problem. So the countdown is now continuing. Standing by for the orbiter access arm retraction. And at T-minus 5 minutes, pilot Ken Reitler will start up the orbiter's auxiliary power unit. We now have the access arm retraction underway.
Discovery Houston, comm check, air to ground 1 and 2, Simo.
Houston Discovery, how do you read, over?
Read you loud and clear. How about us, JL?
We got you the same.
Okay, thanks.
Some additional communications checks going on, and should for any reason there not be confidence in the communications, then the count can hold at T-minus 5.
Okay, Roger, do we have an explanation for the air-to-ground problem?
CCSC, NTD.
This is CCSC, go ahead.
Do we have an explanation for the problem in the air to ground?
We're working it at this time.
DLT OTC, repeat your last transmission.
Yeah, the central buses are connected to a fuel pump.
Copy that. JRPS OTC.
NTD Houston flight?
Go flight.
Yeah, I'd recommend we hold till we understand
Sure,
the problem with the air-to-ground.
JRPS start APU and hydraulic strip start recorder. That's complete.
And NTD launch director's FD.
NTD.
Yeah, we lost the RF signal momentarily a little bit earlier, so that caused our problem in the standby FEP. So while we're in this hole at 5 minutes, I'm going to recommend we reload the standby FEP.
CLS NTD 212.
CLS, go ahead.
Let's hold the clock at 5 minutes.
I copy.
The clock will hold at T-minus 5 while we continue to assess the communications problem that we had with the orbiter. It appears that it was not with the orbiter with itself, but with some of the communications links between here and Houston.
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, so while they're evaluating their problem air ground node, we're going to be reloading the standby FEPs.
3, 2, 1, T-minus 5 minutes and holding. No estimate on this hold while we troubleshoot and assure ourselves that there is no communications problem with Discovery.
DLT OTC will be standing by on the APU pre-start during the duration of this hold. And all personnel were at T-minus 5 minutes and holding.
And NTD launch director on air to ground 1. What I'd like to do is, while LPS is configuring the RF FEP tables, to have flight look at the ground signal from their standpoint, make sure that that they have good confidence in their system, and I'd like to hear from our CNSC folks that they feel we have good airborne RF hardware. And we'll do that while LPS is reloading the tables.
I copy. And LPS NTD, are you reconfiguring?
NTD LPS, that's affirmative.
I copy. And flight NTD, need for you to take a look on your end, make sure you're happy with the comment we've got from the vehicle.
Roger that. We'll look.
TLT OTC, perform APU pre-start.
OTC
TPLT, that should work. CRPS OTC, start APU and hydraulic trip chart recorder. APU trip chart recorder started.
And we're in the pre-start now for the APUs and the flight crew, and we'll be picking up in about half a minute. Houston Flight having given a go that they are comfortable with communications.
TPLT, we'll pick up at 5 minutes on your mark. Say again, NTD. When the pre-start is verified complete, we'll pick up at 5 minutes on your mark. CLS copies. TPLT, the APU pre-start's complete. 3 gray talkbacks. I copy PLT. And GLS NTD, resume the count on your mark. Papa clock resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS go for orbiter APU start. PLT perform APU start.
Pilot Ken Reitler will now start the auxiliary power units to provide the hydraulic power unit for steering.
CDR here, Richard Page complete.
Pilot has flipped 3 switches in the cockpit to start each of the 3 APUs. Hydrazine now flowing from the tanks toward the APUs. And John Creighton has confirmed that he has reconfigured the orbiter heaters for launch. APUs are now up and running. Lock, spill, and drain valve has now been opened, and the main fuel valve heaters have been turned off. We'll be transferring to internal power in about 30 seconds. Test of the orbiter's flight controls is underway. Next, we'll be gimbaling the 3 main engines. All this activity to verify that all steering controls are ready for flight. Steering check now complete. All systems go for launch at this time. Main engines are now in the start position. Starting now to pressurize the liquid oxygen tank on the external tank. Retraction of the gaseous oxygen vent hood should now begin. The ground launch sequencer will make a final check to ensure that the vent arm has been fully retracted at T-minus 37 second point. Fuel cell systems now transferring to use of their own internal reactants. Gaseous oxygen vent hood now being retracted. Orbiter now on internal power. Ken Reitler has reported that he has now completed the clearing of the caution and warning memory system. No unexpected errors. T-minus 2 minutes, the flight crew has been instructed to close their visors.
Flight crew close and lock your visors and initiate OK flow. See you on the runway early Wednesday morning. Okay, that's been working.
Space Shuttle has now been connected from all ground propellant loading systems.
1 minute 30 seconds.
We're now minute 25 from launch. Liquid hydrogen tank should now be at flight pressure. T-minus 1 minute. Ground launch sequencer verifying the main engines are ready for ignition. The heaters around the joints of the solid rocket boosters are being turned off at this time. Residual hydrogen burn igniters have now been armed. They'll fire at T-minus 10 seconds to burn off any residual hydrogen gas under the main engine nozzles. T-minus 40 seconds. Sound suppression water system is armed. Hand off to the orbiter coming up. 34, 33, 32, 31. Discovery's computers now controlling. Booster hydraulic units have now been started, and a final steering check of the engine nozzles of the SRBs is underway. Sound suppression water system has started. T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Go for main engine start. 2 main engines up and burning. 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery and the Upper Atmosphere Research Satellite, opening a new era studying the Earth's environment from space.
Roger, roll, Discovery.
Mission Control Houston now controlling the flight of Discovery. Roll program complete. Discovery now in a heads-down position on course for a 57-degree inclination. Discovery's engines now throttling down as the vehicle prepares to pass through the area of maximum dynamic pressure. 3 engines now at 67%. Discovery's altitude is now 18,000 feet, downrange from Kennedy 1 nautical mile. One minute, 10 seconds. Discovery is now at altitude of 45,000 feet.
Discovery Houston, go at throttle up.
Roger, go throttle.
All 3 engines aboard Discovery now back up at 104% of operating pressure. 3 good hydraulic systems aboard the vehicle and 3 good electrical fuel cells. Downrange distance, 10 nautical miles.
Discovery Houston, comm check on uniform only.
Discovery's altitude 121,000 feet, downrange from Kennedy now 19 nautical miles.
Simo.
I got you loud and clear. Houston, how do you read us?
Roger, read you the same.
Solid rocket booster separation from Discovery. Time now 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Discovery now 30 miles from the launch site.
Discovery Houston, 2-engine tail.
Roger, 2 engine tail.
Discovery can now reach Zaragoza, Spain in the event of a single engine failure. However, all 3 engines are still operating at 104%. 3 good hydraulic systems and 3 good electrical systems aboard the vehicle. Discovery is now at an altitude of 219,000 feet, downrange from the launch site 50 nautical miles, traveling 4,700 feet per second.
Discovery Houston, performance nominal.
Copy, performance nominal.
Performance thus far during the mission has been as expected. Discovery is now at an altitude of 250,000 feet, downrange from Kennedy 63 nautical miles. 3 engines still at 104%. 3 good hydraulic systems and electrical systems.